Hello, can anyone hear me? Hey guys, how's the sound? Is it too loud or is it good? The sound? I don't know because I like mess with my mic levels. Okay. All right, that's good. Um, so yeah, I was planning to talk about I did like all these notes on I don't know if you guys ever heard of the holodeck. It's something from like Star Trek, I think. And I did like a lot of research on it and I had all these notes, but my notes got like deleted because I didn't save it properly or whatever. So I probably will have to do that like next week or tomorrow or something. I don't know. Um, so I just thought I just talk about whatever. So how are you guys doing so far this year? Okay, so you guys can hear me. Yes, yeah. So White Rabbit. So you know about like the holodeck. Like, what do you think about that? And like, you think that can like, does that have anything to do like with the Mandela effect? Could that like play a part in all of this, or maybe not? Hey, Colleen, how are you? I actually waved. I was like, hey, like you can see me. That's funny. So I think this year is moving along pretty fast. What do you guys think? Because like next week will actually be in February, which is like is moving like just as fast as last year. Yeah, next week is February. It's so strange. Um, this month, like with the energies, has been kind of crazy. It's like a roller coaster, a lot of ups and downs. Um, is anyone else having like a lot of ringing in the ear? Yeah, yeah, it is. It's moving really fast. Okay, so White Rabbit, you think God, like if there is a holodeck, you think that God is the one who created it. I haven't with the Mandela effects now. I mean, I really haven't noticed a lot of them. I guess like I've seen like a lot of people post about new ones, but personally, I haven't like none really jumped out within the last couple weeks. Yeah, the ringing is definitely like it's like a normal thing now. I know someone was talking about it has to do with like Wi-Fi or like the or 5G or something, which I'm not even sure 5G is like a real thing. I don't know. Hey, Uni. I don't know how much faster the internet can get. I mean, 6G, 5G, like I don't know what's next after that. Hey Jamie. Hey guys, everyone's here. Something else I noticed like with the Mandela effect. Do you guys think it's possible that maybe because like what I'm noticing is it's kind of bringing us together as far as like people you wouldn't have ever maybe talked to without the Mandela effect. Like I would have never known about you guys without this like thing happening. So maybe the Mandela effect was kind of started in order to bring people that needed to be together together. Like what do you guys think about that? Yeah, I think for whatever like is gonna happen or whatever is being like whatever I don't know what's coming, but you know we all can feel that something's like it's near. Um maybe this was the Mandela effect was like maybe to get stuff in motion to start like I don't know. It kind of all feels like an epic like a movie or something like some epic movie like we're all like warriors in this big battle and we're all like, you know. Oh, thanks White Rabbit. I don't know about that, but thank you. Just something I kind of noticed with that. And and also the Mandela like something else I was thinking the Mandela effect can just be like a side effect of something that we're not even aware of, you know. And we're kind of focusing a lot on the changes when the changes can just be happening indirectly, like nothing really to it, but just some side effect from something bigger that because I really don't think that whatever is really going on like will be I'm pretty sure yes you are Paul, you're very special. And yeah, we all have like unique gifts, like everyone some people are more spiritual, some people are more like aware, some people are more empathetic. There's just a lot of so we all could just like be put together for something greater than we even can imagine. I'm kind of just reading you guys' comments. So has anyone did any more research into like the whole Genesis thing in the Bible? Because I found that very interesting. And like I do think wording is very important and just changing the wording of something, just a minor change could change the whole meaning of something. There was where was the earthquake at? Alaska. And yeah, the weather's been really strange this year. We actually had there was snow in Florida, and which isn't normal at all. Like Floridians didn't know like really how to handle the snow, and they had to get like very creative with like the ice and stuff, and just crazy. A drill like maybe the Hawaii thing. Oh, thanks, Salted. I should have prepared better to have more to say. I really don't see how people talk just for like 2 hours straight. I don't know how Robert does it. No, I haven't. I mean, I've experienced the like the weather changes, like the coldness and the snow and stuff, but none of the disasters. What are you getting at 78? But even like I was in Florida when we had that major hurricane, and I didn't really get any damage like that. It wasn't as bad as they made it seem. I'm just like reading some through some of you guys' comments. I did hear someone talk about that, like how people reacted in Hawaii, and people actually did come together and they helped each other out, um, especially with like resources and everything, which is kind of good and good to know that people, still have humanity and stuff. But it is Hawaii, which is I don't know if that the same can be said about the U.S. But I mean, in Houston, the same thing. Kind of people helped out. Yeah, that's a good observation, 78. What it feels like, Colleen, like to me, just like I don't think it feels like testing, but I don't think testing like for us. I don't think they're testing us. It's just testing what their capable their capabilities are right now, like what they're able to do with whatever technology they have. And like we saw that in Texas, with the hurricane there, like how it, like how that hurricane went about. Like it shouldn't have done that. That was like there was nothing natural about the hurricane. Yeah, because I don't think it was a false alarm. I think it was, they set it off intentionally. Yeah, and that could also tie into like population control. Maybe they're trying to plan some this like big disaster to kill off a lot of people. It could be that too, maybe. Yeah, I kind of agree with that too, Colleen. Like, how do we really know how many people are on Earth? Yeah, I think digital. I think we're all on the list, right? I mean, I think they need us for. I really think they need us for energy purposes. Um, but the awake ones like us, um, they don't really need us because we're like, I don't know, like I don't know why we're awake and why the others aren't. Um, it can be like our brains are wired differently, or maybe we have some type of abilities that are needed so we were awakened. I don't know. But thanks, Colleen. But yeah, we're definitely what they don't want. They want the kind of like sheep that just go along with like the program, and they can feed off of, um make them feel fear, put them in fear mode, feed off that energy. During Christmas, make them feel that happy energy, feed off that, um whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not so sure, White Rabbit, like that there's someone like really just picking like I'm going to change this and I'm going to change that. I really do think because it's no there's no like I don't see any like connection with each change like why that would be changed and this would be changed but something else wouldn't be changed. I really think it's just indirectly happening. I mean there are like some theories that we did like choose to come back to earth. I mean if you're into that kind of like reincarnation thing, um there's some theories on that, but I don't remember choosing to come back. I don't think I would ever choose to come back if I did have the choice. Hey, Long Reach. I waved again. Hey, I'm waving. Yeah, I think the religion now, the if there was like a one world religion, it's not like it's not anything like spiritual or anything. It's more like a religion to like worldly based things as far as materialistic stuff. I mean, we see that now. Like people worship celebrities and people, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I think in a sense that's kind of like the religion now on like a mass scale. TV and all that, that's what people take like seriously now. I mean, yeah, right, White Rabbit, that is a theory as well. Or can the Mandela effect can also be like a last resort, like um just one last to wake people up, like people that need to be waking up. I mean, I just wish there was more guidelines to like what we should be doing right now. I guess connecting is the first step. Researching and connecting and observing, that's all we can really do at this point. Night, Jamie. Yeah, I think that's what makes me anxious the most is just the waiting, like for the next stage in this. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I feel like also feeling like I should be doing something more than what I'm doing now. Um, I mean, if you're chosen to be awake and you're chosen, for a greater purpose, you kind of want to you know, get started on whatever you're supposed to be doing. But just taking it one step at a time, I guess, is the best. That's like the only thing we can do right now. Just keep talking and keep also what I like about this is we can get different perspectives from around the world, like a lot of the stuff that you uni matrix, like what you upload with the sky and stuff. I take the same pictures here in Georgia, with the sun and stuff, and like the rainbow ring around the sun and the halos and stuff is really weird. Yeah, I feel the same way. Long reach. um yeah, we're meant to connect. I know that's for sure. I mean, that's one thing we could say for sure. We're meant to connect. And one thing, we've all become researchers. Like, I've never researched even for school. Like, even when I was in school, I've never researched as much as I research now. um and observe. Like, I gaze up at the sky, like, every time I go outside. I never done that more than I do that now. So yeah, same thing, digital. Like, that makes me very anxious. Like, when is it gonna happen, you know? But I think we just have to, especially like the repetition in numbers. I think we have to watch for that. When you notice that, like, 333 or 444, stuff like that. I am noticing like 888, stuff like that. Um it's important to like acknowledge what's going on in that moment when you do see those numbers, because those are clues. And those it's kind of like a guidance, kind of, it helps guide you into like um whatever you're supposed to know in that moment, or take account of, or yeah, Colleen, I think the same thing. I don't know if whatever's like the big thing that's supposed to happen, I don't know if that will happen in our lifetime. We can just be like the first stage. I mean, I know thing things work on different time frames. um so it can be 100 years before whatever is supposed to happen. This can just be the first stage in like waking, or like a awakening kind of thing. Yeah, White Rabbit. I wish I would have taken more time in school, and like, especially like with geography and stuff and world history. I wish I would have paid attention more. But I guess that's something we can teach like the new generation coming up, to like always observe like observe everything. Yeah, White Rabbit. I would just teach them to like observe everything. Don't believe everything you're told, especially in school. And um maybe do like a little homeschooling too, as far as like teaching them about different stuff they don't teach them in school. Especially like spiritually, and thinking outside the box. Um not believing everything the government says, and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe like especially the changes in the weather kind of goes to show you that the geography did change a bit, maybe because it's never really snow in like Florida before. Um, maybe ice a little bit, but snow like that's yeah. 78, you mean like parallel like realities or something? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's best to do things yourself. Because you never know, like with people. I mean, I have like major trust issues. I don't trust anyone. Um, and because people can lie to you without them even knowing they're lying, you know? So yeah, I can respect that, White Rabbit. Yeah, 78, that is a good theory. Parallel parallel universes and stuff and realities. Um, I mean, it makes sense. Has anyone had deja vu a lot lately? I've been having deja vu like every day, multiple times throughout the day, and it's kind of lasting like longer than usual. Usually it's like maybe a few seconds, but now it's like lasting like it may go for 20 seconds. Like I just feel like I've lived this moment before. Any theories on that? I kind of had like I had a thought like how do we know if we've really ever used our true senses, you know? Like how do you say you were like all you were raised and you're born in like a like kind of like a VR system, like a virtual reality, and you think you're holding something, it feels like you're holding something, but you've never really actually held something, like how do we know if we ever really use our senses, we've ever really touched something or felt, it's just a crazy thought. So digital, you think that deja vu means you've shifted? Yeah, same with the vertigo. Like I do get vertigo from time to time. And with the deja vu, I've had deja vu all my life, but usually it's like maybe a couple times out the month. Um, and then sometimes it's like every week, and it varies. But lately, it's been like every day. Yeah, like on White Rabbit, it's kind of been like that. That's not the usual deja vu I have. The deja vu I usually have is just like maybe 3 seconds. I'm like, hey, I remember this. But lately, it's like I can see two different, like maybe a shirt could have been a different color. Like I kind of in my mind when I think about like, did I dream this? I think no, she was wearing a green shirt, but now she's wearing a red shirt. It's like I see two different versions. It's weird. I can like I imagine like like I dreamed it or like watched it somewhere else, like watched it through my eyes. Is weird. Oh God, digital! Don't tell me you think we're all dead. Yeah, Colleen, I agree. I agree with that. Like that's why I said like maybe like teacher. I don't have any kids, but like if I did, I would teach them definitely more than what they teach them in school, especially dealing with like spirituality and stuff. A line like I really do think science is based off made up stuff, and then they base theories off those made up facts that they make up. Whoever started it made up these equations, and everything is based off something that's made up. So it's not any none of it is real. It's all theories. I can come up with a theory doesn't mean, just because they're held to a high standard and like they can come up with a theory and it's like taken as fact. I can come up with a theory too. Like we all can just come up with theories and just base stuff off those theories. It's just all BS. Yeah, I kind of struggle with that too. Salty, like I don't know if I even want to have kids just because this world, it's like it's only so much sheltering you can do. Um, but I don't think I would let my kids if I did have any. I wouldn't let them in like the school system either. I mean, yeah, Colleen, you're right. They can't even explain why we cry when we're sad or happy. They can't even explain that. Yeah, Uni Matrix. I'm kind of like coming to that. Like I'm like coming to that theory right now. Like that maybe this deja vu thing means I'm kind of seeing into another like parallel reality because I literally see like two different like when I think about it, I see a different color. Like the colors are different and kind of like what they're doing is a little bit different, but it's like the same. It's really weird. I'm gonna be posting like another video. I might do another live stream tomorrow, and I'll talk about like my theory on the ringing in the ears, like that can kind of tie into the holodeck theory because like I know for the holodeck they use sound in order like for you to feel something in order for the air to feel like solid and form objects. So that can like tie into like why we hear ringing in our ears. I mean, yeah, I mean, just if we were in a holodeck doesn't mean like people can't die in here. Yeah, Mandela Mile. The only reason I'm doing this live stream is for the tips. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss too, 78. Thanks, White Rabbit. Has anyone been feeling like off balance lately, or is everyone pretty grounded right now? I know like earlier this month I was so off balance. I don't know if my vibration was off, but it was rough like a couple weeks ago. I feel kind of better now. Like things are kind of more energy, more I want to do more now. In better spirits, but yeah, like last week, man, it was rough. I think it's Colleen, I think it's a miracle we woke up, given like how hard they try to control us. So, yeah, in that sense it is a miracle. Yeah, so you kind of felt that too, long reach. It was like the energies was off, like I didn't feel grounded at all. I'm sorry to hear that, Long Reach. It can be a good thing though, in the end, even though it doesn't feel like that right now. Maybe you're like meant to do something else. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Um, you have another plan. I haven't worked in about a little over like going on 2 months. And it does make me like kind of anxious, like because I'm so used to working. But sometimes it is good to kind of digress from it all, especially like when you need to ground yourself and kind of maybe think about what's important because you can kind of get lost in the world sometimes. Oh, you have a website, Long Reach? Can you like post a link to it? I started like I bought this domain name and everything, and I was gonna do because I'm a writer. I do well. I call myself a writer. I like to write stories and stuff like that. And I started this website, and I was gonna like had all these plans, but I just never got around to doing it. Which I should because I spent like almost $100 on this domain, and I haven't even used it. Um, so I should get on that. Okay, I'm gonna bookmark your website, and I'll check it out. Yeah, thanks, Long Reach. Yeah, I think I have your email too, so I'll email you. How far can you go down the rabbit hole before it's too late to to turn around? Yeah, digital no new Mandela effects for me. Um, as of recently. I think the last one was the Uncle Sam hat, and that's the last one I can remember. Oh, have a good night, 78. Thank you. But yeah, digital, like what you were saying the other day about like like quantum physics and stuff, and these like D-Wave computers and CERN. I'm kind of with you on that. Like I'm not like 100% convinced on any of it. I do think they it wouldn't make sense that they try to tie everything. I mean, they realize this effect is going on just as we do, and they will want us to tie everything to something scientific as far as like CERN and like the D-Wave computers. But I do think this is more of a spiritual thing. So I wouldn't get caught up too much in any of those theories, but you also can't like dismiss anything either. So, but I do think it's more of a spiritual like thing. I don't think it has anything to do with CERN or in that. Yeah, uni. I haven't seen any new buildings. Well, I just moved to this town, so but in like Daytona, I didn't see any. I haven't really experienced anything like that. I know some other YouTubers have, but I have never seen like a building pop out of nowhere or anything like that. Do you guys think there's more we could be doing as far as like reaching out to people who aren't awake yet? Yeah, and for me, I didn't even know about CERN until like when the Mandela effect happened. Like I never even heard of CERN. I didn't know anything about this like collider thing, you know, and they do like these fancy like little videos and like demonstrations of what they're doing. But I mean, who really knows? I mean, yeah, White Rabbit. That's for me like that. That's like I don't even know when I started with like I think 9/11, but I mean that happened when I was in like what third grade, fourth grade. Um, but that was the first thing I ever researched into. I don't know how old I was, but and I got into like conspiracies from there, and I went down a lot of rabbit holes, like a lot of rabbit holes before the Mandela effect. Um, so it always leads back to like more of a spiritual something spiritually happening, nothing that's like man made here. Yeah, they are. They're lying to all of us. I wonder why that is, Colleen. Like I've noticed that too when you try to wake people up or they get the update right before your eyes, like like, yeah, I remember it this way, and then when you show them that it's wrong, then they're like, No, yeah, 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 that's what I remember." And I'm like, "No, you just said it. Like you can't go back on what you just said. Like all of a sudden you don't remember what you just said, or they like just dismiss it and try to change the subject. And I'm like, if I'm telling you, like, reality is not what it seems, like, how do you just dismiss that, you know? So I don't know. I really don't try to wake people up. I like to ask questions like, what do you remember? But I don't tell them that it's like most times I don't tell them that it's changed. I just like to hear their opinion, because 9 times out of 10, if I show them that it's changed, they'll just go along with the change. You think so, digital? I'm not too sure. I think people are gonna wake up when they wake up. I mean, if they don't, not all of us are gonna make it. You know, some people are not even really. They're just filler people anyway. So I don't know. So what do you think when the end does come? Do you think they're gonna just be killing people, or do you think it's more of a spiritual thing? Like, what are you guys' opinion on that? Like, whenever the event happens, is it gonna be like a natural disaster, or demons are gonna literally walk the earth, or like, what do you guys think? Oh yeah, like I couldn't tell. Like I know some of my family members about like the Bible changes, especially like now with Genesis and everything. I couldn't, even like with the lion and the lamb, something that, come on, man. I couldn't tell them about that, because I'll be like, "Oh, you're just like Satan, Satan, you have to repent," and stuff like that. Um you can't go against God. I'm like, I'm not going against God. I'm just saying that, this should tell you that something's not right, but whatever. I think they'll wake up, but some people, I mean, especially like I think, I just some people I don't think are gonna ever like get out of it. Yeah, they are killing people spiritually. I 100% agree with that. I think we're supposed to be spiritual beings, and like this world is not geared for that at all. If you don't use it, you lose it, kind of thing. And I think everyone does have the capability of seeing, but it's just the programming. It's at a young age. I mean, they never had a shot. The older generation maybe, but especially like my generation, I mean, Jesus. The Body Snatchers, that's a movie, right? I think that's the name of it, Body Snatchers. I just watched that recently with the army base, and I just watched it like a few days ago. Because I hadn't seen it before, but I know like a lot of you guys mention it. Um, it was very interesting. Um, very creepy. I mean, but I do think they're kind of conditioning us for something with I don't know, because I don't know if you guys have seen that new video. They did like this promo for like this movie or this thing on Netflix with like you can change your consciousness and put it into like a sleeve or a new body, and and you can like it's like immortality. But I know they had a couple movies like that as well that kind of like pertain around like the same kind of thing. They can be conditioners for something. I don't know. Yeah, people are selling their souls now. But and I don't think it's how we like. It's not how they say it in like or put it in the movies. Like the devil comes and you have to sign a paper in blood. I mean, people are selling their soul. It's not so black and white like that. You know. And we're all given a choice. You know, everyone's given a choice, and I think it's that simple. You know, like choosing to do something or going down a path where it's like going down the wrong path can lead to that too. Yeah, that too. Long reach. They don't I mean, I know like in the movies that's how they have it. Like you have to sign a paper or you have to like the devil has to personally talk to you and say, "Hey, you ready to say yourself?" It doesn't have to be like that. Just your decisions can right calling, yeah. They live. I don't know what that is. So yes, no. Talk about how amazing life is. Yes, life is very amazing. Yeah, Colleen, I do too. Definitely. We're all able to do it. We're so much stronger than they are. Oh, they lie. They live. Yeah. No, I haven't seen it. I'll check it out. I'm sorry to hear that, White Rabbit. I would rather die than take a chip. Thanks, Salted. I'm trying. I mean, I'll be better prepared in the future. it's just very hard to just talk about, I'm not as prepared as I should be. I mean, words are powerful, right, Rabbit? So don't joke like that. For Uni Matrix, for like the illusion of peace and safety. Um, but they're gonna really have to crank up the fear, right? For that. Whatever they're planning, to get people to run to, like, for safety, they're gonna need the government to step in, and give us all the chips and, more control, more surveillance. Long reach, yeah, I know the elite. Um, I think the elite believe more in a balance. Like if they're able to do as much evil as they want, as long as they balance it out with good. And I think that kind of goes into like universal law. Like universal law, there has to be a balance, and when the balance is tipped too much, that's when things. I don't know. Maybe that's the cause of the Mandela effect now. Thanks, guys. Colleen, about the animals, like, what do you think? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like as conscious as they want us to believe? Yeah, Unimatrix, we see that now. I mean, with like 9/11, that was clearly an inside job, but that led to different laws being, passed because of that. So they do things in order, you know, to gain more control. Yeah, Colleen, I would think so. Like, they have a soul just as we do. They're just more I don't know. They have a soul just as we do. I would think the same thing. And I think animals also see more than we do. The good and the evil in people. And they have more stronger senses. They can sense when someone's sick, when someone's about to have a seizure. How do they do that? All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end the live stream here because I got to go walk my dog and get ready for bed and stuff. So I will be on tomorrow or maybe sometime this later this week. And I'll be more prepared. And I definitely want to talk about like the holodeck, and a couple other things, a couple other Mandela theories, um, and stuff like that. So, I mean, if any of you guys are interested in, being a guest or anything, I don't know if you guys would want to. Um, Definitely could just email me. I'll put my email. I'll write it now in the chat, and you guys can just email me if you want, and we can like set something up, or if you just want to talk or whatever. So, yeah. So everyone have a good night. I love you guys all, and yeah.